All right, looks like you guys are ready to go today. So what we're going to need today, first of all, my name is Erin. Looks like we have a lot of new people in this class, so welcome. Hi, Denise, good to see you again. Okay, so today, what we're going to need is a mat and a resistance band. If you don't have a resistance band, that's fine. If you have a 2 to 5 pound weight, then grab that to use. If you don't have a 2 to 5 pound weight, totally cool, you can use your body weight. So we're gonna go ahead and just take a minute, let you guys get any equipment that you might need. And we'll get started in about 2 to 3 minutes, guys, okay? So resistance band if you have one. If you don't have a resistance band, 2 to 5 pound plate. If you don't have that, fine, just use your body. Hey guys, so just while we're waiting, as you know, next week the gym is opening, so FitRec will be opening. You can show up to do your own workouts, and then classes will be starting the following week. Now, a lot of you have been in this class with me often, so when we go back to the gym, you will absolutely be able to do CX Works, or as we're putting it on the schedule now, Les Mills Core. If you want to try any other classes, I'll also be teaching body pump and spin power. And every class when we go back, we're going to be taking it down just a little bit as far as intensity. So it's the perfect opportunity for you guys to try something new, okay? So don't be afraid, come on in, give it a try. It's going to be the perfect time to do it. All right, 10 o'clock, you ready to get started? Let's go ahead. We're going to go back to our mats, lie on our back. Okay, so we're on the mat. Lie on your back. Heels come in toward glutes. Now press your low back to the floor and brace your lower abdominals to hold it there. Then by hips, palms up, and we're going into an alternating leg lift. So front leg lifts, then switch to back. Knee is in line with hip, and knee joint is at 90 degrees. Now as you move, you want to control by bracing the lower abdominals and try to make zero noise with your toe as it taps down to the floor. So here we're warming up the lower abdominals, hip flexors, and quads. Chin is tucked toward the chest. And again, low back press toward the mat. 2 more each side. Last one, bring fingertips to temples. We're going into cross crawl. So cross forward, then back. All right, which muscles did we just add to the warm up? We still have the quads, we still have the hip flexors, lower abdominals, and now we added the obliques. So warming up through the side of the core. We're twisting the chest up and over, bringing the shoulder to opposite hip. Keep your elbows wide. 5 more each side. Hips are stable, so no rocking. Just lifting that shoulder blade up and across. 2 and 1. Both feet down, fingertips to temples. Both legs are going to come up in C crunch. Reach up, reach for the heels, fingertips, and down. Up, heels, temples, down. So knees stop directly above the hips. Chin is tucked toward the chest. Shoulder blades slide off the floor. And we're sliding that bottom rib toward our hips. 3 more. 1, 2. All right, this last one, can you really peel the shoulder blades up and down? Good job. Bring heels in toward glutes. We're going into hip bridge. Drive the heels down, squeeze the butt. Lift the hips to the ceiling. So check your form here before we start moving. Make sure your hips are parallel to the ceiling. Your knees, feet, and hips are all in line, so no collapsing in of the knees. Chest is pushing up toward chin. And if I lift my front arm, you can see that my back is completely off the floor. So really drive the heels down, drive the hips up, squeeze your butt, squeeze your hamstrings. And we're gonna add a heel lift. So front heel lifts, put it down, back heel, front, back. Now as we're lifting here, make sure your hips are staying still. So if you want to put your hands on them for a second to check in, you can do that. No wobbling. So we keep the hips stable by squeezing the glutes super tight, by driving the hips up, by driving down through the heel that stays on the floor. 3 more each heel. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Both heels down, hold, squeeze the butt, lift a little higher, hold, 3, 2, 1, roll down. We're gonna reverse that warm up. So C crunch, fingertips to temples, both legs up, reach, temples, in, down. So warming up here through the lower and upper abdominals at the same time. Getting our core ready for this great workout we're about to have. So just focus now on waking up the muscles that we're working, so that mind-muscle connection. Tell your upper abdominals to squeeze, to lift the shoulder blades up off the floor. Now connect with your lower abdominals and tell them to control your legs. 2 more. Last one, going into cross crawl. Front first, we go front, back. Can you twist a little bit deeper through the chest? Lifting the shoulder blade up and over. Now squeeze your shoulder blades together. And by squeezing the shoulder blades together and twisting the upper body, we're also warming up that thoracic spine. Last one. Shoulders down, front leg lifts, switch. All right, check in with that low back. Is it pressing toward the mat? Now I'm going to be quiet and you listen. Are you making any noise with your toes? Make it silent. 3 more. 2 and 1. Good job. Grab behind the knees. Let's roll up and flip over to our bellies. So warm up done. We're going to go into our integrated training, in which we'll be training every single core muscle. So we're on the belly, feet hip distance apart, toes point down, elbows under shoulders. Now lift your hips to shoulder height. You can either stay here on the knees, or you can lift up. Hold your hover. And we're going to walk the feet out, 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 drop the knees down, lift up, walk them in. Out, out, down, up, in, down, up. Keep going. Your modification is to hold on the knees. Or, if you want a little bit more than just holding on the knees, alternating, straightening your legs. Whatever you're doing, keep your hips still. Hold them in line with your shoulders. Belly button pulls up towards spine. Heels push back behind you. Last one. Good job. Flip over to the back. Continuing with working all of the core muscles together. We're going to lie on the back. Bring the toes up to the ceiling, fingertips up to the toes. We're going to split the legs, crunch up, bring them together, shoot out. So split, crunch, shoot out. Split, crunch, shoot out. So reach your fingertips toward the ceiling. And then bring the arms and legs out to 45 degrees. If straight legs are too much, your modification is going to be bent knees. So as we split, shoulder blades come up off the floor. Then as we shoot out, head and shoulder blades tap down to the mat. 5 more seconds. Last one. Nice job. Grab behind the knees, roll up, back into hover. Choose your level. Knees or toes, hips shoulder height. And let's go. Out, out, down, up, in, in. Now, as you move, how still can you keep your hips? Try to take any bounce out. Jen, come on, you got it. Hold your hover, walk the feet out, or if you're on your knees, you can just hold and lift one leg at a time. Okay, looking good, looking good. So every muscle in the core working together right now. Hold the belly button up toward your spine to keep that belly from pulling down toward the floor. Press your forearms into the floor. Slide the shoulder blades in towards spine and down. Stabilize through the shoulders. Then squeeze your butt to stabilize the hips. Last one. All right, quick flip to the back. Feet up. We're gonna crunch and split, go. Now shoot out. Crunch and split, shoot out. Now how long can you make your levers? Point the toes, lengthen the legs as far as you can, then reach long through your fingertips. 30 more seconds. As fast or slow as you want to move. Just make sure you're keeping good form and control. Remember, modification is bent knees. If you're fatiguing, I would much rather you take this modification than lose form. You can also see that in the modification, I'm keeping my shoulder blades on the floor. You can choose to do this, or you can crunch up. Okay? All right, last one. And done. Grab behind the knees. One more move, and then we're done with integrated training, which tends to be the most challenging block of work. Come back into hover. Knees or toes, choice is yours. And we're going to do a hip dip to bring the obliques in a little bit. So just twist your hips side to side. Dipping one hip down, and then switching to the other. Press the forearms into the floor, keep the shoulders strong, neck in line with spine. 15 more seconds. Now you can hold on the knees if you want. You can add a little bit of a twist, but wherever you are, keep control. Keep control. 5 seconds. 2, and 1, done. Hardest block of work over with. Let's go into rotational power now. So for rotational power, we're gonna start on the knees on the mat. If you have your band, grab it now. Put the band under your knees and both handles up to your shoulders. Elbows out, chest up. Now, if you don't have a band and you're using a weight, just push your weight into your right hand. All right, now brace your core. Keep your hips square. I'm in the wrong block of work. Let's change it. Keep your band, sorry. All right, sorry about that. Totally got confused, that's obliques. Keep your band or your plate. Hold it, hands in front of shoulders. Sit into the heels, we're gonna lunge and twist. So lunge back, punch arms out, twist over front knee, back to center, same leg. Lunge and punch, twist, center, in. So notice that the twist is super small. 45 degrees just to the corner. We're not going all the way to the side wall. Shoulder blades are pulled in toward the spine. And as we lunge, we're going to push that front knee away from midline. So in other words, keep it in line with your hip. Don't let it collapse in. 15 more seconds. Hands are shoulder height or chest height. If it's too much with the band or the weight, do it without it, it's fine. What's important here is we're keeping that twist small. One more rep. Good job, step in, take your band, step in the center with your right foot. Feet come wide, drop middle hand, center, inside handle between your feet. Lunge to the right, push the knee out, chest up, extend arms, chest height. We're gonna kick over, up to the corner, chest, back. Over, up, chest, back. Now as you twist, keep your hips facing forward. Twist through the center of your chest. Shoulder blades pull together. Knees push out. Keep the butt low. So that lift is only up to eye height. Maybe even nose height, depending on the resistance of your band or weight of your plate. What we're focusing on is keeping the hips square forward as we twist slightly through the chest. Okay? So keep that focus, keep control. 10 more seconds. Done. Good job. Hold the band in half again, or grab your plate to chest height. Roll it in. We're gonna step back, opposite leg now. Band up to collarbones, weight in the heels, chest up, forward brace, lunge and punch. Twist over the front leg, center, do it again. So this whole block is called rotational power. What we're doing is training the sling muscles and obliques to control and support the spine as the legs and upper body work together to create a twisting movement. So this kind of work protects us from back injury, doing things like opening the door, lifting heavy things. If you play sports, this is going to improve your pitch. It's going to make you run faster, and it's going to allow you to push a little bit harder in movements where you're twisting or bringing weight overhead. 5 more seconds. Last rep. Good job. Left foot in center band. Bring the feet wide. Drop inside handle. Squat low, push knees out. Slide to the left. Arms up. Switch up. Stagger. And back. Now notice, as I move side to side, my hips are staying on the same plane. So there's no bouncing up in the middle, okay? It's a slide. So slide. As we fatigue, the shoulders are going to creep up. Pull them down. Push the chest up. Pull the shoulder blades in and back. So we're doing timed intervals. Go at your own pace. You can go faster or slower than me. Just keep great form. 10 more seconds. Breathe. Last rep. Good job. Take the band, fold it in half again. Final move in this block of work. We're going to squat and push overhead. So feet just wide of hips. We're going to step to the right in a wide squat. Push band overhead, knees out. Switch sides. So land in your heel. Keep the weight in both heels. Push the knees out. Drive the knees wide. As you squat down, drive your plate or band above the head with some explosive power. Here, we're training those muscles that allow us to drive weight overhead while using our legs. But it's a little bit of an awkward move. So we're also improving that mind-muscle connection, clearing that pathway so that the muscles automatically work together, even when we don't think about it. Last rep. Good job. Big shake. Breathe. Going into glutes. So here we're going into our strength of the hips. Keep your band. Step hip distance apart with your feet. Cross the handles. Handles on hips. Lift through the chest, shoulder blades pull together. Keep the left foot grounded. Step back with your right foot in line with the hip. Shift your weight into your front heel. Bend the front leg. Now balance on your heel. We're going to move the foot, the back one, from 6 o'clock where it is now to 8 o'clock. 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. So chest is pushing out over the front toe. We're keeping weight in the front heel, nothing in the toe. So the weight shift, when you move that back leg, should be very minimal. Try to hold your body still. As you fatigue, make sure you're keeping the weight in that front heel. Make sure your chest is tipping over your toe. Your knee is pushing away from midline. Straight line from heel to top of your head. 5 more seconds. Keep the chest proud. Step in. Good job. Switch legs. So now, weight is in the front heel of the left foot. Right foot back, in line with hip. Hold here. Shift your weight to the front heel. Make sure that back toe, nice and light. Shoulder blades pulled together, chest over toes, hips square. Now move. 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Hold the body still as you move. Keep your hips and shoulders square. No tilting, opening. Okay? So we're training the hips and abdominals to work together here. All about hip strength. So right here, we're working the glute and hamstring of the front leg, as well as the side glutes to pull the knee away from midline. So make sure that knee isn't collapsing in. Then the back leg, the glute is engaged to keep the leg straight, as well as the hamstring. And we're using the medius minimus and medius to pull the leg out. Last one. Good job. Quick shake. We're going to go into tap backs. So Readjust, hands on hips. Now, if you don't have a band, that's okay. You're just using body weight, same form as us, okay? All right, step back. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch sides. Now push that front knee away from midline. Keep your hips square. Tilt your chest over your toes, so nose over toes. Step in, switch. If you want a little bit more, make that back to lighter. Keep your weight in the front heel. So right now, switch sides. Drive this heel down, pull this knee out, drive it down, drive it down. Keep the chest lifted. Switch. We've got 10 more seconds, so one more rep each side. Switch. You should feel your glute. You should feel the muscles on the side of your hips. You should feel your hamstring. 6, 7, switch. Last one. Keep your spine nice and strong. Drive the heel down. Feel how that heel drive engages the glute even more. Done. Good job. Quick shake. One more move for the hips and glutes. Ready? Handles up on hips. Chest up. We're going to squat, then lift the leg 2 times, and then squat, switch sides. So let's go down, 2, 1. So that first one, I caught myself leaning. Don't lean. Keep the chest tall. Of course, you're going to shift the weight to the standing leg, but keep your body in a straight line. So don't do this, okay? Keep the chest pointed toward the ceiling, and we're driving out through the center of the foot. Thirty more seconds. So squat, bring your butt knee height. And guess what? You should be able to wiggle your toes this entire time. At no point should any weight be going into your toes. Keeping the weight in the heels, that's going to activate the glutes more, and it's also going to protect the knees. So make sure you're keeping your weight back there. Done. Guess what? We're done training the hips. Good job. Keep your band. Come on down to the floor. Now we're going into obliques. So this is where we're going to set up for that side resisted reach. Knees are under hips, resistance band under knees. Keep the left arm still as we reach up and over. 4, 3, 2, 1 with the right hand. Do it again. So we're reaching long with the arm. We're keeping knees in line with hips the whole time. And what we're doing, keep going, is we're crunching through this oblique, sliding this bottom rib down toward the side of our hip. Now, if you don't have a band, totally fine. But if you do have a band, you're going to be getting a little bit more out of this because that oblique is having to pull on the resistance of the band. We're keeping our shoulders still, no tilting that working shoulder forward. 5 more seconds so we can get 2 more reps in. Last one. Switch sides. So really focus on keeping the body squared forward. Reach long through the arm, stretching through one side of the obliques while crunching through the other. Fairly simple move. You're not going to feel too much, but trust me, it's working. We've got 25 more seconds, and we're going to go into some real work. Reach long. Two more reps. Focus on sliding your rib toward the hip. And done with that. Put your band down. All right, come on down to side hover. So lie on your right side. Hips, shoulders, square forward, stacked one on top of the other. Elbow under shoulder, bottom leg bent in line with hip. We're gonna pull up, getting the hips lined up, shoulders lined up, hip up off the floor. Bring your foot hip height, reach overhead. We're gonna crunch and extend. So your modification, if this is too much, is to put that bottom hip on the floor, but still focus on keeping this top foot hip height and sliding your ribs toward your hips as you bring that elbow and knee together. Keep going. We've got 30 more seconds. Yeah, Jen, good job. Nice reach, Judy, good job. So reach long, lengthen as far as you can between your fingertip and your toes. Squeeze as tight as you can as the elbow and knee come together. We've got 5 seconds. Do not float away from your elbow, so keep that shoulder above the elbow. Keep your foot hip height. Last one, switch sides. Setup, super important, so take your time doing that. Make sure your elbow and shoulder are in line. That's going to protect your shoulder joint. Hips are stacked, knee in line with hip. Lift up, reach, and crunch. All right, keep that foot elevated. Reach long. 25 seconds. Remember, modification is hip on the floor. Whatever you do, don't stop, just keep moving. So what we're doing here, bottom oblique working to lift the body up off the floor, working in conjunction with the shoulder and the bottom hip. Top oblique working in conjunction with the top hip to crunch the leg in and bring the ribs down. Good job. Done with obliques. Let's go to posterior chain. So we're going to come on down, and now we're working every muscle in the back. Great for posture. Squeeze your legs together so that if you had a $100 bill between your knees, I could not take it out. That's how hard you're squeezing. Arms out, come out to a T. Palms face forward, thumbs up, shoulder blades in, eye gaze to the floor. We're going to lift up, reach forward. Now drag the hands back, lift the chest higher. Out, reach forward, drag, and lift. Out, forward, drag, and lift. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Butt is squeezed super tight. Arms reach long. And remember, we're squeezing the legs together. If you need a little bit less, lower the chest here, lift it a little bit, lift it a lot. But if you want as much as you can, you're going to keep the chest a little bit off the floor the whole time, but really lift as you drag. Last one. Good job. Stack your hands. Forehead is going to come on down to the hands. Bring your feet up to the ceiling, heels together, toes out, soles of your feet Pushing up toward the ceiling, knees wide. We're gonna lift and lower. So again, your forehead is on your hands. Chest is on the floor. You're driving the heels of your feet to the ceiling. Can you lift your quads up off the floor completely? Lift them up. So you're gonna feel your butt and hamstrings squeeze super tight. And by doing that, we're working the muscles in the low back that protect the lumbar spine. All right, you ready to add on? Bring the arms out to a T. All right, look right. Lift the shoulder blade off the floor, back to center. Look left. So keeping the feet up, keeping the feet toward the ceiling. We lift the arm and legs at the same time. We lift the arm by sliding the shoulder blade in, engaging the back muscles, sliding them down and toward the center. All right, try to lift everything a little bit higher. All right, last 30 seconds. You ready to add a challenge? So you can stay here, or you can come with me, lifting everything up at the same time. Can we lift up so high that only the hips are on the floor? 20 more seconds. Come on, drive the heels up. So here, postural muscles, sliding the shoulder blades in, working the muscles of the upper back, so that if you have a desk job or you're looking at your phone a lot, we're working on getting that hunch back out. All right. Last one. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Reach the arms long. Bring the feet high. Hold, hold. 5 more seconds. Reach, reach. Come on. Up, 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 up. 3, 2, and done. Good job. Push back to child's pose. Okay, we're done. Nice work today. Thank you for sticking with me these last few weeks. Remember, next week, no virtual classes, but if you still want to do some, they're all in our library. So if you don't know how to access that, just reach out to me. I'll be happy to walk you through the process, okay? Otherwise, I'll see you guys on the 13th, okay? Bye. Good job today.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. It's great to see you.
Good to see you too.
Thanks.